Trade negotiations between India and the United States have stalled due to deep disagreements over tariffs on auto components, steel products, and agricultural goods. India is resisting demands to reduce its tariffs, especially on farm exports like corn, soybeans, wheat, and ethanol, citing the impact on over 50% of its rural workforce. Lowering these tariffs would expose Indian farmers and small-scale producers to heavily subsidized US competition. On the other side, New Delhi has been pushing for rollback of the 26% reciprocal US tariff set to kick in by 9 July, as well as reductions in American duties on steel, aluminum, and auto parts. The US is equally firm. It wants India to lower tariffs on American autos, dairy products, alcoholic beverages, and medical devices before being willing to lift its own duties. Despite both sides sending delegations back and forth, no consensus has been reached ahead of the looming deadline. India has offered tariff reductions on select US agricultural products, such as almonds and pistachios, and favored increased US supplies in sectors like energy and defense. However, Washington views these proposals as insufficient and has urged deeper tariff commitments from New Delhi. Both nations had earlier committed to completing a first-phase trade agreement by autumn 2025, aiming to boost bilateral trade from $191 billion in 2024 to $500 billion by 2030. New Delhi remains confident in its negotiating power. Officials point to India's already favorable trade advantage over competitors like Vietnam and China, and highlight the resilience of its exports, up nearly 22% year-on-year in early 2025, despite evolving US duties. With export volumes increasing and ample time until the deadline, India is willing to wait for fair reciprocal concessions rather than rush into a deal. As 9 July approaches, the focus is now on whether leaders in Washington and New Delhi will step in to break the impasse. India warns it can absorb reciprocal tariffs if needed, but unresolved trade tension could disrupt supply chains, hamper export growth, and risk delaying a broader strategic partnership.